Good morning. It is a crisp Monday morning in September, and this is the start of week 12 of Chicago marathon training. I'm just doing an easy 10k today. I'm going to finish up at the gym, do some mobility. Yesterday was obviously a big effort, 33k, and it was a horrible run, not nice. If you want to go back and watch that video, then do it, because I just suffered like the whole time, even though it was only an easy run. So yeah, just taking it easy today, really. The body feels okay. I slept for ages last night. Well, not ages, like more than 8 hours, which is a lot for me. I was in bed by like 9:30. So yeah, feeling okay this morning. You can really tell that autumn is coming, or fall for you Americans. I don't ever have a global reach yet, but if I do. And it's because it's getting quite cold. It's quite fresh this morning, and also the mornings aren't as light in as they were, but that's actually quite nice because it means you get a bit of a sort of sunrise vibe when you're running at the time that I usually run. So I quite enjoy it. I don't know what it is, but recently in the mornings my motivation levels have just been on the floor when I go for a run in the morning. Like, I wake up and I'm just like, oh, I want to stay in bed. That really deep sense of I could just go back to sleep, which is unlike me. Normally I just sort of get up and I'm like, all right, cool, let's do it. I don't really know why it is. It might be because it's like the business end of marathon training now, and it's always like, there's a lot. Like, I don't think I've done less than a 85 kilometre week now for the last 3 or 4 weeks, and this week will be more of the same. So yeah, it might be that. I don't know, maybe I'm just tired, but I am quite looking forward to finishing this block, running Chicago, and then just resetting a bit, just chilling. As much as I love training for a marathon, I love running, it's nice to have a bit of time off as well. I don't mean to alarm anyone, but I don't know if you can see that. Good morning. It's Tuesday morning. We're doing intervals, exact same session as last week. So 3 lots of 400, 600, 800 and 1200. And it is freezing. I can see my own breath this morning. Summer is truly over. So that's the 400 and 600 metre blocks done. I feel like I might have gone a bit too fast, but I was having fun, so I don't really care. Felt good though. One minor mishap is that I went to tighten my belt and the drawstring snapped off. That's what happens when you buy stuff from Decathlon, I guess. No shade to Decathlon actually, because that belt lasted me probably more than a year, and it was a tenner, so actually quite good value. Go to Decathlon. So that's the 800 metre blocks done. Nice and fast, felt really good. I'll put the splits up. Not sure how much I've left in the tank for the 3 1200 metre blocks, but we will see. That's the 1200 metre blocks done. Yeah, a bit slower than the other ones, but sort of to be expected, given that I went a bit too fast right from the outset. But yeah, felt pretty good. Strong, form was good as well. That was the main thing I think I was trying to focus on, and it did actually translate into running faster. So yeah, happy with that. So it is Wednesday, and I've actually just got back from my run. I realised I forgot to film any of it, so still not doing very good at this whole YouTube bollocks, am I? But there we go. What I did this morning was actually quite a short run anyway. So it was 2 3k tempo blocks, going for around 4 to 4:10 pace. I think I averaged maybe around 4:02, 4:03 for both of them, and then with 1k warm up and cool down either way. So actually only took me about 35 minutes. Absolute dream. Normally I'm out for at least an hour, so feel almost like I've time traveled and stolen some time back in the day. I was gonna go to the gym afterwards, but there's no excuse. I just couldn't be bothered, and it's only Wednesday, so I've still got at least 2 days where I can go to the gym, tomorrow and Friday. The weekend will be a bit more difficult, but yeah, so that's where we are. Tomorrow is a rest day, but I may go to the gym tomorrow just to get my second session in of the week, and then Friday Got another speed session and overs and unders. Saturday, I'm probably going to do my long run because Sunday, I might not have as much time. Then Sunday, I have an easy effort. So it's looking like it's going to be another 100-kilometer week, which is heavy, but looking forward to it. Feeling pretty decent. Slight pain, or not even pain, just like a discomfort in, I don't even know what it is, like my inner thigh, lower inner thigh. I don't know what that area is. It's probably got a name. When I was doing some of the speedier blocks today, but it wasn't particularly bad. It didn't get worse. So yeah, I don't know. I'm just gonna keep an eye on it and see what happens, but not too worrying. Yeah, feeling good. Good morning. It is Friday, and if anyone wants to know why I like running in the autumn, this is why. It's the time of year where the time I go out in the morning is when the sun is coming up, so you get a lovely sunrise. Today I'm doing overs and unders for 13k. Not going to film much during because it's quite hard, so I'll update you afterwards. So that's that done. The last of the fast 500 meter sections is over. Doing the slower, allegedly, 500 meter section now. Good morning. It is Saturday. We are doing a Saturday long run today because I have plans tomorrow and I want to get it out of the way. Still got plans today, like eating my breakfast, of course, and I'm going to the football. So I'm up early, 7 o'clock this morning. I need to get this breakfast down. I've got to be out for probably about 2.5 hours doing today's effort. And yeah, so I want to get it done, get on the train, get to the football. Let's see how we get on. Breakfast, you know the drill. Bagel, jam, Alpen. I'm going to put milk in it, obviously, and honey. I've got a banana sat over there as well. Stick to the formula. So I've just eaten and just going to let it digest a little bit before I go on my run, but a little bit anxious for today's run, to be honest with you, because I've been having some stomach issues recently. Like on my long run last week, I think I might have mentioned in the video, I just felt a bit heavy, you know, and didn't feel very comfortable. And yesterday I almost had to cut my overs and unders session short because for the last 2 reps I was having quite bad stomach cramps and essentially feeling like I was going to shit myself. For no point in glossing over it, we all know what I'm talking about. So yeah, and it's been something that I've been experiencing during the day as well, so not really too sure what's causing it. If you know me, then you know that I am a creature of habit. Like, I barely change what I eat in my diet. I have probably eaten almost the exact same thing for like a year or more. Like, even the dinners I have, we basically do the same dinners every week. Sounds kind of boring, but whatever. So I'm not too sure there's anything new in my diet that I can put it down to. I've heard that like supplements like creatine sometimes cause problems, but I've been taking that for a long time and it's not causing me problems for the whole of this year up until now. So yeah, not really too sure about what's causing it, but obviously don't want it to be a problem for the actual race day, which is 4 weeks tomorrow. So I'll see how I go today. I'm gonna maybe try and take gels with me as well, just because that's always a good test of how well your stomach could hold up. And yeah, see how I get on. Ideally, obviously, touch wood, I don't want to be cutting it short today because it's just frustrating and annoying. But yeah, hoping that I am able to get through it without any issues. That's probably the actual biggest goal for today, outside of hitting the paces, and because I know I'll do that. I feel good physically, except for the stomach. So today's session is 6 lots of 4k at marathon pace, 1k cool down or recovery in between each block. So that'll be what? I can't do maths. Plus a warm up, which I'm doing now, 33k. So that is just in a rabbit. Wow. Anyway, that's the first block done. It felt pretty decent. The first part of it, I was going uphill to get onto Woodhouse Moor, which is what I'm doing laps off, shock. And yeah, so that first bit was quite difficult, but managed to pick up the pace for the rest. And I think I did 16:47, so I had a pace, happy days. Another 5 of them left. Second block done, didn't actually check how fast I did it, but I think it was faster than the first one. Just had my first gel as well, SIS. I'm using the orange one today. Very well, that's a strawberry one, but just had an orange one. Tastes like Lucozade, very nice. So that's the third block done. That's the first one that felt difficult. Mainly only towards the end though, so yeah, not too worried about it, but halfway there. It's actually gone fairly quickly. I have a feeling the last 3 blocks are not gonna go as quickly as that. That's block number 4 done. Had to hustle a bit at the end because I was behind pace, but had a nice downhill stretch to finish on, so picked it up 16:48 maybe. So that's number 5 done. Felt really good there. Final one, let's absolutely send it. I didn't want to say this too early into the session in case I jinxed it, but I am feeling absolutely class at the moment. Woo. 6 out of 6. Maybe spoke too soon on how good I felt, but the last effort was a bit of a slog. Still ended up ahead of pace though. Really, really happy with that. My legs feel absolutely ruined after that. Just like so dead and sore, but really, really enjoyed that effort. That was probably the best long run I've done so far. Just everything went right. Didn't have any stomach issues, felt really good. Didn't work too hard, looked at my heart rate just then, and mostly in the threshold zone, which is what you want. Can't complain. Good morning, it is a sunny Sunday, and for a change, I'm not doing a long run. I did that yesterday, of course. Just an easy 12k. Happy days.
So that is the end of week 12 of Chicago Marathon training. 96 kilometers banked, not quite 100, but it was a higher intensity week. I'm going to call this speed week because I did so many interval sessions, speed sessions, marathon pace sessions. 4 out of the 6 sessions I did had a speed session. So it's important to qualify why I did this, or why the coach that I work with did this. You know, when you're training, you don't want to increase volume and intensity at the same time, week by week. You only want to do one or the other. And in this week, we decided let's increase the intensity by doing more speed sessions, higher intensity workouts. But the mileage, the volume actually went backwards, dropped slightly compared with last week. Feeling really good, really positive. Next week is another big week. I think I'm going to go back up beyond 100. And then we're only 3 weeks out next week from the Chicago Marathon. So very, very soon I'm going to start tapering, which is actually a time that I really enjoy, but we'll get into that when I'm actually doing it. Really, really thank you for watching this video. If you got this far, remember to drop a like, drop a subscribe, a comment if you want to be nice, or even if you want to be abusive, still drop a comment. It boosts engagement. Thanks very much.